Back in the day, rock and roll bands would employ cable managers, who would do just that. They would manage cables during performances. They would hold a coiled up 100-foot instrument cable, let out the slack so the guitarist can wander around the stage, coil it up, and repeat. However, many of the wireless guitar systems that were built at the time, that were built to solve that issue, were flawed. So, in 1975, while touring with the Rolling Stones, New York-based engineer Ken Schaffer saw these limitations of the wireless systems and wanted to create a better one. So later that year, alongside the Vega Corporation based in California, Schaffer designed the Schaffer-Vega Diversity System, a low-noise, wide dynamic range wireless guitar system. The Schaffer-Vega Diversity System was the first wireless system that was widely adopted by major rock bands like Pink Floyd, Kiss, and most famously AC/DC. It solved a lot of their technical problems that were common to these earlier wireless systems. Its reliability and 100-meter transmission radius allowed these bands to tour and perform on larger stages and in larger venues. Schaffer designed the system to boost the low mid-range frequencies that were usually lost in the early wireless systems, while maintaining a transparent sound. However, due to the compounding process, compressing and then expanding, of the signal, there was a coloration added to it that a lot of people considered to be an enhancement to their tone. With its widespread use, many of the bands began using the wireless system in the studio. Schaffer only built about 1,000 of these wireless systems, each of them retailing for about $4,400 a piece, and he stopped reproducing in 1981 due to the FCC. SoloDallas founder Phil Olivieri became obsessed with AC/DC at a young age. He spent most of his teenage years analyzing Angus Young's guitar tone. He collected all of his gear and damn near mastered his technique, but there was something still missing. So, in 2011, Phil came across a 1984 interview with Angus Young in Guitar Player magazine. Angus always claimed that he didn't use any effects. However, in this interview, he admitted to using the Schaffer-Vega wireless system in the studio so he could reproduce his live sound. He explained that it only had 2 controls on it, and one of them could be used to further distort his amp. So Phil attempted to find one of these original systems, and in doing so, he found its inventor, Ken Schaffer, in New York. Phil reached out to Ken, who managed to keep a few of the original systems, and after many conversations, Ken offered to send Phil 2 of his last working units. Shortly after, with Ken's permission, Phil hired a team of experts in order to reverse engineer the system so he could recreate it. When they opened up the original transmitter and receiver, inside they found an optical limiter, a compressor, an expander, EQ enhancement, a line buffer, and an op-amp-driven monitor output, which is what caused the amplifiers to distort more. Phil decided to name the recreation the Schaffer Replica, an homage to its creator. And in 2014, the very first Schaffer Replica was born. The Schaffer Replica Classic, a compounding boost in pedal form, is true bypass, 100% analog signal path, and nearly identical to the original Gold Tag tower with 3 interactive circuits. This Schaffer Replica offers a slightly stronger mid-range than the Storm. It has an input control, which controls the gain circuit that pushes the low-mid frequencies, like the original unit. It has an output control, which controls the preamp that can deliver up to 30 decibels of clean boost. It also features a compounder, which is technically 2 effects. Ken's signature compounder circuit is his version of soft knee compression. The signal hits an analog compressor, which levels out the output of each individual frequency, And then the expander restores the volume and removes any unnatural compression, which also accentuates the harmonics. The Storm, which is the most recent version, is also true bypass, 100% analog signal path, and nearly identical to the current version, the EX Tower, with 3 interactive circuits. It has a boost control, which controls the preamp that can deliver 31 decibels of clean boost, which is great for pushing the front end of a clean amp. It also has a limiter knob, which controls the opto-isolator limiter, an optical analog circuit that naturally limits the audio signal going into the pedal circuitry, unlike the compounding circuit. Limiting is commonly used to transparently raise overall volume without the risk of clipping or distorting. This effect can be fine-tuned on here for different output pickups to give you more open or compressed attack. So in the comments below, tell me what you think of these 2 pedals. Do you think they accurately represent the original unit, or are they something different entirely? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of any new videos. I'm Vince with Vagabond Audio. Thanks for watching.